Up next on Lion TV, we have a story about the new freshmen and how high school is going for them, and a story about 3 new Nobel Peace Prize recipients in the medical category.
And me, Chandler Hopper, here to give you your latest updates about our Cersei Lions homecoming win. All that and more. Lion TV starts now.
Happy Wednesday, Cersei. Welcome back to Lion TV. I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Aiden Hughes. Let's jump right into the announcements.
Harding Honors College is offering tutoring to local 7th through 12th grade students. It does require parent involvement and transportation to the LC Sears Honors House at Harding on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. The first day of tutoring is planned for October 14th. If you would like to participate in this program, please email honors@harding.edu and they will send you more information.
SHS College Fair is Thursday, October 16th at the Lion Arena from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Parents can meet with college and military recruiters at enrollment and enlistment post-secondary parent night from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. FAFSA parent night is at 6 p.m. in the hospitality room.
Miss English and her class have opened this year's Mighty Roar Spirit store located in room 217. Stop by during first, second, or third period to see their designs or schedule an appointment. They offer short and long sleeve shirts with 1 or 2-sided designs as well as tote bags. They currently only accept cash but will be accepting cards in the future. Stop by and see what they have to offer and help support this amazing store.
College preview days are coming up for the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, ASU-BB, and Harding University. The U of A preview is on Thursday, November 6th, Harding University preview is on Monday, November 10th, and ASU-BB preview is on Tuesday, November 11th. Sign-up sheets are in the counselor's office. In order to attend, you need to be in good academic standing in all your classes, and you can't be in ISS or OSS on the dates of the previews. You also need approval from the administrator. Transitioning from the junior high to the high school can be pretty tough.
It sure is. And Kaya Fortune is here to update us on how the freshmen are adjusting to the high school environment.
Starting at a new school can be difficult for some students, especially starting high school it can feel intimidating. I caught up with a couple of freshmen to ask them how their school year is going.
It's really intimidating, but after being here a couple of weeks, I've kind of gotten used to it, getting to know all my teachers and kind of like what's going to be like this school year. And a really good thing is like kind of getting to see all my friends because I haven't been able to see them like all summer.
Lucas thinks school is a very important key to become more successful in life.
It's like you gotta mainly do schoolwork, because if you don't do schoolwork, then you're not gonna be able to get far in life. But if you face you go with friends all the time, I mean, yeah, you get more friendships and they'll last longer, but you also don't get the things that can come with having a good education. I want to get good grades so I can get a good education in college and just to meet new people and learn about them. I face getting to my class, just the crowded hallways is really, and trying to make new friends.
Some people are worried about having a bad first day, but most end up having a good first day.
You know, my first day of high school, I was worried, I was anxious. But after the whole day, after the 6 or 7 hours passed, it ended up being a great day. And I just really enjoyed it.
Some freshmen think the biggest challenge is finding their classes and not getting lost since the high school has a larger campus.
The biggest challenge is finding my classes and trying to make new friends. You know, my first impression was great. I mean, I got lost on the first day, but I found my way around with the help of friends and new people I met, so it was a generally great first impression. I'm looking forward to taking the ACT and playing soccer and football. You know, after the first 6 or 7 days, it didn't feel right. It was a new school, new place. But after the first week, it was really welcoming and I found my way around.
As you can see, some people are worried about their first day of high school, but it ends up not being that bad. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Kaya.
We hope they have a great rest of the year and are able to enjoy high school to the fullest. Authorities announced they have killed a bear believed to be responsible for a Missouri man's death near an Arkansas campsite on Thursday, October 2nd. 3 days later, the bear was caught on camera in Sam's Throne campground near the campsite where the suspected attack happened, NCSO says. Local hunters, hunting dogs, and authorities were reportedly dispatched to that area where they found and killed the bear. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission shared the following photo of a bear that is suspected to have fatally attacked the camper.
Mary E. Bunkow, Fred Ramsdale, and Dr. Shimon Sakaguchi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine Monday for their discoveries concerning peripheral immune tolerance. Bunkow, 64, is a senior program manager at the Institute for Systems Biology in Seattle. Ramsdale, 64, is a scientific advisor for Sonoma Biotherapeutics in San Francisco. Sakaguchi, 74, is a distinguished professor in the Immunology Frontier Research Center at Osaka University in Japan. Mary E. Bunkow became emotional after hearing about a winning Nobel Prize in Medicine for her part on peripheral immune tolerance in Seattle on Monday, October 6th. Their discoveries have been decisive for our understanding of how the immune system functions and why we do not all develop serious autoimmune diseases. Ale Campe, chair of the Nobel Committee, said the award, officially known as the Nobel Prize in Physiology of Medicine, is the first of the 2025 Nobel Prize announcements and was announced by a panel at the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm.
Israeli and Hamas officials launched indirect talks Monday at an Egyptian resort on a U.S.-drafted peace plan to end the ruinous war in Gaza on the eve of its second anniversary. Many uncertainties remain about the plan presented by U.S. President Donald Trump last week, including the disarmament of the militant group, a key Israeli demand, and the future governance of Gaza. Trump has indicated an agreement on Gaza could pave the way for a Middle East peace process that could reshape the region. Despite Trump ordering Israel to stop bombing, Israeli forces continue to pound Gaza with airstrikes, killing at least 19 people in the last 24 hours. The territory's health ministry said. An Egyptian official said talks began Monday afternoon at the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. The official spoke on condition of being anonymous because he was not authorized to speak publicly about the talks.
The weather can't seem to make up its mind lately. It feels like summer one day, fall another day, and then back to summer.
Arkansas weather sure is crazy.
Good morning, Cersei High. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 76 degrees, rain 4%, winds northeast 11 miles per hour, humidity 63%, sunrise at 7:07 a.m. Tonight will be clear, 54 degrees, rain will be 3%, winds north-northeast 7 miles per hour, humidity 74%, sunset at 6:40 p.m. On to the almanac. The last 7-day average has been a high of 78 degrees with a low of 55 degrees. Monthly average of precipitation is 491. Month to date is 0.25 inches. On to the 5cast. Thursday will be 76 degrees with a high. Thursday will be high 76 degrees, low 49 degrees. Friday will be a high of 80 degrees with a low 55 with a 5% chance of rain. Saturday will be a high of 83 degrees, a low of 57 degrees with a 6% chance of rain. Sunday will be a high of 85 with a low of 59. And Monday will be a high of 88 with a low of 61 with a 6% chance of rain. That's all I have for you today, Cersei High. Now back to the news desk.
And all this weather talk is making me hungry. What's for lunch today, Curtis?
Today for lunch we'll be having barbecue chicken, classic cheese pizza, beefy enchiladas, fajita marinated chicken, seasoned beef taco, meat, classic cheeseburger, and milk.
That all sounds delicious. Make sure to thank the cafeteria staff for making our food every day.
We've had a lot of games lately, both locally and nationally.
Yes, Chandler Hopper is here to update us on the sports world.
Good morning, Cersei High. I'm Chandler Hopper, and let's dive right into some sports announcements for the week. Our SHS boys golf team traveled to Pine Bluff on Monday for day 1 and Tuesday for day 2 of their state tournament. They have had a really impressive season, and they'd look to take state. We will update you with the standings later on in the week. Our Cersei tennis team also had day 1 and day 2 for their conference tournament, where they traveled to Allen Park Community Center in Jonesboro. Our volleyball team traveled to Greene County Tech yesterday, where we will update you with the scores during the next show. The volleyball team will also take on West Memphis tomorrow, where they look to bounce back after a tough loss against Parago from last Thursday. Our Cersei Lion football team took on Walton Chapel last Friday, where they went on to have a dominant performance in the first quarter, scoring 23 points in just the first quarter. The Lions will start off the second quarter with quarterback Jacob Miles throwing a 20-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Jackson Smith, putting the Lions up 30-6.
After the half, the Lions would go on to put their backups, who did not disappoint, with quarterback Drew Adams having an explosive and powerful 10-yard run for another touchdown, leading to a 56-12 Lions victory. Moving on to national sports, in the NFL, the Houston Texans traveled to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, where they would proceed to put on a show, hanging up 44 points on the Ravens defense and forcing Cooper Rush to throw 3 interceptions and only allowing 10 points. C.J. Stroud went on to have an outstanding game, throwing 23 for 27 with 244 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading his team to victory. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers took a trip to Seattle to play the Seahawks, where they would put on a thriller with the score being close all game up until they were down 35-28 in the final minutes of the game. But Baker Mayfield will lead his team down inside the 15, where he would proceed to throw a clutch 11-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Sterling Shepard to set up their kicker for an easy kick to tie the game. All eyes will be on Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold, who had an impressive game throwing for 341 yards and 4 touchdowns to get their kicker Jason Myers in the field goal range to take the victory. The worst outcome possible ended up taking place when Sam Darnold threw a pass that deflected off a defensive lineman's helmet, which caused a Levante David interception to give the Bucs the chance to drain down the clock and kick the game-winning field goal, stealing the victory away in the final seconds. On the college side of this exciting football weekend, the Cincinnati Bearcats will go on to upset number 14 ranked Iowa State, taking them down 38-30, with Cincinnati's star running back Evan Pryor putting the team on his back, rushing for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 10 carries. Iowa State quarterback Rocco Beck would have an outstanding game, throwing 30 for 48 with 314 yards and 2 touchdowns, but in the end, it would not be enough to defeat the Bearcats. That's all the sports updates I have for you, Cersei fans. Now back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Chandler.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Aiden Hughes. See you on Friday, Cersei.